but then you keep trusting in God. I took my time to read through the script when she sent it. And every line, every section, I could identify with. I could identify with it. And how and we never had any discussion to tell you that this journey is unique, you know, and nothing can prepare you for it. Nothing can prepare you for it. When it comes, it comes. And then you have to find a way of getting around it. I'm so proud of her. I don't know if what happened to her, if it had happened to me at her age, I don't know how I would have taken it, really. So I don't want to say she's strong, no, but she's been able to, she's just finding her way. She's not there yet. It's still a work in progress. She's not there yet, but she'll get there. In the fullness of time, she will get there. Okay? So I stand there very happy, proud of you. Keep going. And Hinka would have loved you to be happy. So don't let anything steal your joy. All right? Don't let anything steal your joy. Don't let anyone define or you don't mourn. No one has that right. No one has that right. Because all of the things that people talk about in the name of culture and tradition is feferity. Feferity, ni ile aye feferity. People just they've moved on. They have moved on, but you are still there trying to find your.
My life ran on plans. My heart had a deadline. Like it was chop, 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 chop. Let's get it done. I treated life like I had a supervisor watching me and I needed to, get things done. I keep telling people that when I married when I wanted to marry. Like nobody forced me to go and marry. It was time and I, married. Then along the line I met Yinka. And truth of the matter is he ruined my entire personality in the best way. He didn't anybody that knew Paul very well, his name is Paul. Anybody that knew him very well knows that he was not a sweet talker. If anything, that's one of the reasons why I married him. He was not a sweet talker. He was, I want this, I go for it. Are you going to be with me or not? I don't have time for this. That was who he was. He didn't perform affection. He embodied it. Gentle, intentional, steady. With him, I learned that strength could also mean rest. He became the best plan I never made. And then the day he died began like just an ordinary day with our usual laughter and playfulness and ease. I remember him teasing me that morning that, he was telling me that you too like work, calm down, I will take care of you. I said, okay, leave me out. I had to go for a meeting that morning. So I remember going for the meeting and he was like, Tolu, when I coming back, I've missed you. I said, I just left some minutes ago now. This man, leave me alone. It was a regular day, regular morning. And then I got back and then he said, he wanted to shower. And then the next thing I heard was he slumped. And life literally took a turn from that moment. I remember I was going from hospital to hospital. I remember I was panicking. I remember I was waiting, begging for help that was never going to come. Looking back now, that night did not end my life. It literally split it into different parts when I think about it now. Like, it divided my life. Because there was this woman that I was before I met Yinka. Self-confidence, jama jama. My friends that know me that Igbo Lele. And then there was this woman that I became with him, I was in my resting, feminine, soft girl era, this man that was at my beck and call. Like, all I needed to do was say, Yinka, jump. And it's like, how high, baby? Tell me. So it was, and then I now became this new person that was without him. So I didn't know whether I had to go back to that no nonsense, don't try me person. Or I could stay in this new era without him. So it even felt like staying in that new era without him felt like betrayal at some point. Like you felt like, could I really do that? Now, um, one thing grief did was that it didn't just break my heart. It exposed me. It exposed my need for control. It exposed that I had this formula about life. You know, when you have a formula, like if I do it this way, it's gonna be this way, it's gonna be that way. And then grief came and it literally shattered the box. Like it shattered. Like my life was a formula. I pray, I ask, I get, I move, I pray, I walk, I ask, I get. You know, it was just like that. You know, most people don't know is that I met God properly about 2 months before Yinka passed. I mean, I'd given my life to Christ about a year before, but I did not know God. And I remember asking myself that night, like, hello, I've been talking about you to people. How will I now talk about you now? I tell them, oh, that girl, oh, come and meet this God that just killed my husband. I mean, it felt like, how the hell am I supposed to tell people about you now? Like it was really, I was conflicted. I was confused. But then I told myself that I remember about 2 days after Inca passed, I got an instruction. Like it was just a very loud, like I literally felt like God was beside me. And let me insert here. There's something about hearing the voice of God in your chaos, in your storm, in your trauma, that you will never ever remain the same person again. There's just something about it. Like you are not the same person again. So I remember hearing about 2, 3 days after Inca passed, trust and obey clearly. And I was like, how am I supposed to trust and obey you? What am I trusting and obeying? Koye me. What's going on? But my interpretation of that was that I needed to create a facade where people had to see me in a certain light and not question God. So it was like I became God's PR. If you know what I mean, like I was like his public relation officer. Like somebody must not because of me talk bad about God. So I hid the pain, I hid everything, and I did hide it well. Like I hid it well because I kept telling myself nobody will talk against God because of me. It's not going to happen. Message that he did not send me. I was so adamant about it until about 14 months after Yinka passed. I remember that day we just left church. Um, I remember, there was the whole, you're very strong, Sister Tolu. And we're like, yes, I'm very strong. Thank you. Thank you. I remember one woman telling me that God only, what did she say at that time? She was like, God only gives his battles to the strongest soldier. I'm like, please, where can I sign off? I beg, I don't want to be strong again. Um, and then it felt like a normal, church day after he passed. And then I got into my car that day. I remember that at first I felt like people are going to see you. You're not going to cry. You're not supposed to be crying outside here. People are going to see you. Da, 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 da. I remember looking into the mirror and I was like, "Is this you? Is this like wow, Tolu? You're a strong girl now. You're not." I'm like this. So this is very real. This is how I talk to myself sometimes. Um, and I'm like, no, no, no. You should be calm now. You should be composed. Yeah, go on. You know. But I could not. I remember that day very well, like it was yesterday. It was in my car, and it felt like God was in the next seat, and He was just like, "Go ahead, baby, let it out." And I cried. I was there for those kind of cry that you're crying and shaking. You have snot all over your face. You're like a mess. I cried for I think I was in there for about 40 minutes or so, and I remember asking him like, "Are you with me?" Because I can't see you, I can't feel you. Like I'm acting this whole Christianity thing, but I can't. I don't know if you're with me. I don't know if I'm fine. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. And obviously I didn't hear any booming tongue or anything like that. But there was this peace that came afterwards. And I knew he was with me. Like I knew without a doubt that I was kept and I was taken care of and I was with somebody that was gonna hold my hand through the journey. And that's basically the heart of grace, grit, and zero apologies. Grace, because God's love was never a reward for good behavior. Grit, because survival is sacred. And zero means strength. And I stopped apologizing for being human. Not because I became hard, but because I became honest. So, what am I here to say? And I mean, one thing I just if you don't take anything away from here tonight, one thing I really want, watch yourself. I cannot deal with this again. Like there were times like that. Like I'll legit sit there somewhere. I remember one day like that. I got home. I had work. I was exhausted. I got home and I don't know what it was like. There was this dark cloud that just came over me, like very dark cloud, and it was just this thing telling me, "Go get a knife, stab yourself." Like I don't know how to explain it, but it was bad. Like it was really bad. Like this is the first time I'm actually saying this, but it was a knife. And then I went back into my room, and then I was just holding the knife. Like it was as if I was a zombie. That I was just, I was just holding the knife. And then I remember going into the restroom, and then I was just telling myself, "You're worthless. You're this. You're that. You're." Blah, blah, blah." I remember that. And then somewhere along the line, there was just this peace that overwhelmed me. And then I just remember that, oh, I'm holding the knife. And then I remember just like dropping it off and I started wailing. Like I was wailing. So it goes to show that your pain, like I said earlier, does not disqualify you from having a relationship with God or from God using you in one way or the other. I mean, I'm not here to preach. I don't want to preach to anybody today. I'm sorry. Um, but one thing GGZA, like I call it, says is that the person you're becoming does not need permission from anybody but from Christ. That's the only person that you need a permission from. People are going to tell you, and please, quick one, GGZA is not just for people that somebody died. It's for you have some form of uncertainty, loss of hope, loss of certainty, loss of whatever it is. It's something that can resonate basically with anybody that has lost hope, that is in their darkness, and it feels like I'm not worth it. I'm not worthy. There's something wrong with me. So it goes beyond somebody that died. So please, in case you have somebody that, you can see that this person is losing faith, is losing hope, please grab a copy for that person. It's very important because, like I said earlier, I didn't write this book because I knew it all. The Holy Spirit literally held my hand to write this book. It was from journals that I had written from years, like 2 years before, things that I wrote back then that I was like, asking God questions. Why would you do this to me? Why do you hate me so much? Why would you let him go when you knew it was my life? And him coming around and telling me like, baby, I only allowed it happen because I knew I could redeem it. I didn't kill your husband, you know. I only allowed it happen because I know that I can redeem it for your good. So I'm just here. I mean, I'm just here to just let anybody know that God does not punish you for whatever reason. He doesn't hate you because you are not, I don't know, whatever it is you think that he hates you for. I don't know. But God doesn't hate you. He's not like God does not use to point. You think God, the creator of the universe, has time for that? Go right here now. Do me, I do you. I'm sorry. He does not have the time for that. He can sometimes he just allows something happen because he knows that he can redeem it and turn it around for your good. Plain and simple. That's just it. Plain and simple. So wherever it is, anybody here might be in their heart this moment, in their life, they're questioning whatever, they're thinking of whatever. I just want you to know that God did not promise you that there will not be storm. What he say is that he will be inside the storm with you. So I pray this book does what it's supposed to do for people. I pray that um, it goes beyond even what it has helped me do, and also help people understand that they are not alone in their darkness. They are not alone in. Because I remember then I always felt like there's nobody feeling like this with me now. I don't think anybody will feel this way with me. But I remember.
And God is for you. And our Holy Scripture says that all things work together for good. So we have to carry that in our minds at all times. All right. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. And then what we just heard cheaply or just emotionally. Books like are rarely written from a place of ease. It comes from obedience, resilience, faith in God mostly. And then tonight, I would just like us to formally, before we unveil the book, would like to something very intentional, and then we'd like everyone to be a part of this. We want to commission this book. We want to acknowledge the book. We want to stand with it. We want to support what God is doing and what God is going to do through this book as well. So this moment is it's not about pressure, honestly. It's not about pressure, it's about partnership. We want to be intentional about it. It's about community. It's about recognizing a calling. This is a calling. This is a calling that will bring healing to a lot of hearts, a lot of people. So, and then honestly, everyone in this room, like I said before, mean a lot in one way or the other to the writer. So each person have in their own way, in their own little way, witnessed the journey and seen how she has grown, out of that as well. So we believe deeply in the impact that this book will have. So I would like to first of all invite her brother. Can we celebrate him as he comes forward? To say a short word about this book, Olayiwola. Can we appreciate him, please? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I'm very, very pleased to see all the faces here, the familiar ones, the new faces, people I have heard of before. So I haven't lived around my sister in a very long time, and being far away, you get to experience your sister's life parallel with her. And unfortunately, tragedy came to our lives, and we had to I had to see her go through this from a very, very far place. The most you could do is maybe make a phone. The union was being brought together, and it meant a lot to me that she had found her person. I even felt then when I was leaving this country that I could live in peace now because I've left her in the hands of someone that I know would take good care of her. So on that Monday in 2023, when I got the call, I remember I was working and everything was destabilized. My friend over there was a witness to that. Everything just went out of the way. Everything kind of shattered at that time. And what was always in my head was, how will my sister survive this? How will I be there for her as far away as possible as I was? But then we're 3 years after. We see her as a testament of God's influence on her life as well as the community. And as unique as that experience has been, as Mommy said earlier, losing your partner very early in a marriage is not something everyone gets to experience. It's not something everyone wants to experience. But the irony of it is when one of us experiences it, technically we've all experienced it. We get an insight here or there about it. And I think that's where the power of this community and everyone that's here comes in. And I'm very thankful for that. And this book, I remember it's so interesting because the teenager in me, when I was younger, I used to read books every now and then, but I used to, more than reading books, I used to fawn over authors. So I had no idea that an author would come from my family. I'll be able to call an author my sister. And I'm very proud of that, despite the circumstances that have led to that. And that's why I really cannot wait to get my hands on this one. And to be honest, like I know I have family privilege, but I've not been able to get one. I have to buy it, you know. I can't just pick one off the shelf. I couldn't even read the draft. I got insights to see one or two things, but I'm someone who likes to wait for the finished product. So it means a lot to me that she has been able to do put all her words on marble, but on paper, for everyone here to be able to take something out of it. As she said, it doesn't mean that the book is there for everyone to learn how to lose a partner very early in life. No, we're all going through different life journeys, even as issues as trivial and as minute in comparison to hers as work not going well. I know I'm going to find solace in that book. I'll find it. Don't worry. Trust me. So that's why the book is very important, and I take that very seriously. Um, and yes, I'm glad that we could all be here, but I think commissioning a book is different from buying a book. So I am personally going to make a big statement here because this means a lot to me. We have an elder sister who fortunately cannot be here, but the way we've been brought up in our family is when one is there, all of us are there. We have to always support each other as far as possible. And for that, I'm going to start my commission. This is the first time I'm actually holding this book outside of the picture there. So I'm going to start just to show what this book means to me. Beyond emotionally, mentally, whatever it is, it means everything to me. And for that, I'm going to cherish it, hold on to it very well, and I'm going to represent that value in how much I'm going to start with this book on. It's not auction, but it's just a show of my commitment to the book, and I think it will behove everyone here to do that as well. For the author, but for all of us to know that everyone's story, as unique as they are, as I started, are not so far away from us. They mean something. They will lead us somewhere, and we have to take value in that. So for that, I will start on behalf of my sister and our family, as large and small as we are. I will be picking this one up. This is my own copy. I'm not dropping it. This book is worth millions, even billions to me. So for that, I will be putting down ₦1,000,000 for this one book on behalf of the family. Because again, it's not about the money, but I think it's very important for people to know how this means, how much this means to us. Also, just say, and I know I'm meant to be here for a short time, but sorry, personally, not to make it about myself, but around the time that I lost my brother-in-law, I personally lost two other people at the time. And as she said, you start to question everything. You start to question if God even wants you here. What's the purpose of it all? I remember then I was asking, I was wondering, like, is something wrong with me that people are dying around me? I don't get this. What is this? So because of that, I feel the need to go in here and find answers. But also, like, many of us will have other things that we're looking for answers in, and I think it's very important that we support this as well. And
That's all love. Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. We're going to start from. Okay. Let me start from my right so that the ladies are going to get themselves ready. And then please, for those of us that are making a commitment to this right now, we're doing the transfers email so that we don't have to. Yes, please. Thank you. Can I have the account first before we start? Because I'm starting heavy. If I'm starting from the right, are you people sure? Because this right side is the heavy side, though. Mm? We should start with ladies, Abby. I need the account written, please, so that. Sir? All right, sir. Okay, sir. The details. All right, sir. Okay, but we can have the number now. Yes, please. All right, thank you. Oh, yes. Write on a sheet of paper. Okay. All right, sir. Do you mind? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yes. Right. Okay. But those that would like to speak, we can go ahead. Okay. I don't know. Are you saying we should start from here? This is a very heavy side. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So no, let's. No, don't. Okay. So sir, let's start with you. It's a very good way to start. Ejabere, bye. Oh, anyone that wants to use available for them to use. We take pay. And like Daddy said, if you'd like to make a commitment now and pay later.
And those who want to speak and wants it coded,
Okay.
I'll launch with 6 figures,
Okay. Sir.
5 figures. That's fine. So the details of the, some
Is working to display brother Misaki is working to display the account number on the screen.
Mr. can
So,
display the account number.
yes, so I'm just going to hold this paper for those that would like to
Yes,
write their commitments on a sheet. So that's not going to be an issue. Let's start from you, sir.
Call.
Okay.
Because the bank app is
Yes,
open.
yes. The bank app is very open and active.
It's open, so call it now.
Yes, please.
I call
So that you can have time to open your app. So it's Providos.